Well, hello friends and followers. Welcome back to TJ's Modeling Bench. I know it's been a couple of weeks now since the last video, and I always underestimate the amount of time that's going to be required of me to get a model finished. And it's got nothing to do with the model itself. It's just my time management, with work and summer and girlfriend and housework and blah 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 blah, you name it. So I usually spend at least 2 hours every night, Monday through Friday, up here in the shop. 2 hours minimum, sometimes 3, closer to 4. But even in 2 or 3 hours, it's hard sometimes to get started, and then you got to be conscious of what time it is, because I do have to get up and go to work in the morning. So you kind of, sometimes you really just get into something, and then all of a sudden you find that you need to stop. So, and then weekends, we've had a lot of rain this last month. I mean, last weekend turned out to be much prettier than it was expected to be weather-wise, so my girlfriend and I took advantage of some of that. I really didn't spend any time in the shop on Saturday, very little bit Sunday evening, maybe 4 hours Sunday evening. So anyway, it's not done. I'm still finishing up, well actually I just finished up adding some decals to it, but I still need to lay down another clear coat over the dried decals, and then do a little bit of weathering. Not a lot, but there are some areas on an F4 that are just never really clean, and then just a little bit of detail painting yet to do, and then it will be done. So the next video on the F4 Phantom will be a final, complete, short, here it is, finished video. But for right now, let me show you what I've done and what is left to do. Let me start by showing you the fuselage with its markings on it. Alright, so this is a combination of kit decals and some aftermarket decals. I bought these in 2005 when I bought the kit. Expert's Choice decal, and it says Bare Metal Foil Company. Now, I don't know that is still in existence in that regard. I want to say now that all these decals are available through micro scale. Seems to me that their packaging is identical to that, so maybe over the years that's changed a little bit. I don't know that this specific set of decals is even still available, but I bought them at the time because I knew I wanted them. And like I said, it's a combination of kit decals and these aftermarkets. So all the really colorful unit stuff, that's all the aftermarket decals. There are a few of the kit decals, some of these canopy levers and things. There is, on the kit decal sheet, there's a couple different sets for different markings, but there's walkway decals that would go on the wings, on the top of the intake trunks, and the spine of the fuselage. The kit decals pretty much suck. So I tried to use one of the set of walkway decals, and they just fell apart on me. I tried both of them. They both fell apart. I tried to slide them together to make it look right. It just wasn't working out well at all. So I got rid of those. Seems like, oh, I know. I had a bit of an issue. So the warning triangles for the ejection seats, the kit decals have these, but they're also part of this aftermarket set. And I had installed those, and I tried to move one after it had set a few minutes, and it kind of balled up and gummed up on me, so I had to use the kit decals to replace it. And even this one, you can see it tore and chipped. So I'm going to have to try to go in there with a little bit of red paint and touch that up enough so it's just not as visible. Now the ones on the right hand side are good, but even the decal film is more visible from these kit markings. I don't like that. These aftermarket ones are just superb. They laid down so nice. Even these long ones, these are all one piece, both sides, and they laid out just fine. I had no issues at all. The tail is actually 1, 2, 3, 4 different decals, and as you can see, some of them overlap each other, and I had no issues with those either. And then on the underside, most of the Navy F4s had quite a few markings to them, but this one not so much. They're very subdued, and there's not a lot of them, so those are all ready. I've still got just a little bit of detail work yet to do. These are all the components that need to be put on the aircraft, but we got our canopies ready with pilot names on the left-hand side of each, and then crew chief names on the right-hand side. We've got those. I got to do a little detail painting on our pylons. All the internal mechanics need more of a metal look to them, so we'll need to paint that. Struts are ready. These are your speed brakes, dive brakes. These are the frames for, they're called formation lights, I think is the technical term for them. Now, when I was in the service, we always referred to them as slime lights because they kind of have a greenish glow to them. So these go on the vertical stabilizer, and I left them off till after decals because I didn't think the decals would lay so well over that framework. So it may not be as accurate that way if I put them on over the decals, but that's the way we're going to do it. Yeah, they might have been painted with that special scheme, but I just didn't think those decals would lay well over those, so I left them off till after the fact. And then there's actually the decals that go into those as well. So you've got nose and fuselage, and nose, fuselage, and vertical stab, and then these sets go around the wing tips. So we've got those yet to do. We need to paint all of our lights, our wing tip lights, formation lights, navigation lights. Those need to be done. Our struts and actuators are all done. What else have we got here? Canopy, actuators, wheels and tires are ready. And then we have our weapons. All right, so everything looks really good. Our Mark 82 bombs, I went over those with a dull coat. There's a little bit of a staining, and I think that staining actually came from my Microsol micro set that I use, but it doesn't look bad. I think it actually helps. I think it makes it look just a little better, ideally. And then these AIM missiles, the AIM 9s, they look great, don't they? Until you look at them this way. And every one of them, these fins are warped. So I'm debating what I'm going to do about that. Now, if I can find two of them that have fairly straight fins, like on this one, these two fins are fairly straight, I might be able to make that work, because I'll have to trim one fin to get it to lay into the trough, right? So they go in here, in the back and in the front. So the fins would actually go up in these slots on the one-to-one, but obviously we don't have slots there, so we have to remove those fins. So if I can find a couple of them that look good, we'll put two of them on there. I could still finish the kit parts
Theirs don't look too bad. They don't look as good as these, but they don't look too bad. And I've got the decals from the kit that go on those too. So we may do that, we may not. And then we've got our Sparrow missiles. Those actually did really turn out well. I've got just a little bit of detail painting yet to do on these. The very aft portion of these rear fins, that's actually a metal wheel and enclosure for that wheel, so that needs to be painted still. And then this one, the AGM 65, I don't know why, but these color band decals did not lay out flat, and I've gone over them several times trying to get the wrinkles out. So I may end up having to peel that off and try to hand paint those stripes. Don't know yet. And this is our ANALQ 119 ECM pod. Turned out really good, I think. Yeah. So anyway, that's what we've got for weapons, and haven't really decided which ones we're going to put on and how we're going to do it, but that's what we have. And then lastly, we've got a couple of external fuel tanks. So all that's really left to do is give the aircraft a good final clear coat, do just a little bit of light weathering, top and bottom, and then final assembly. And then we'll be ready, and I will show you that when it's done. So there you have it. That kind of catches us up. And I have also been working on a display base for it. Pretty simple. This is an oval block of wood that you get at Hobby Lobby. It's got the edge routed on it. I still need to do some work to that as well. But so this is our tarmac. Got some oil staining on it, painted in kind of a concrete color. There's a few different layers of color there. My taxi stripe, I thought I had it masked off a little better, but you know, this surface does have texture to it. I used a texture paint. I think it was the Krylon stuff. But then I went over it with colors that I felt were more indicative of concrete. So yeah, the masking tape, it bled quite a bit. And in all honesty, it really doesn't look that bad. It just looks like an older, worn out paint stripe. So what I might do is still go back over it one more time to get the center just a little bit better defined. But yeah, and then of course I'm gonna have to make some wheel and tire streaks, some black marks on there. But yeah, I think the finished product for the display base is going to look pretty good. So when we do the final reveal video, we'll have it on the base and we'll get some good looks at it. So until the next time, y'all, peace and love.